Good evening, friends. In this particular playlist, I welcome each one of you, and I'll be focusing on copyrights, intellectual property rights with respect to research. I'm not going to enter into each and every field of copyrights and intellectual property rights wherein we are going to use them. However, my focus would be restricted only and only to research and how we can utilize copyrights and intellectual property rights. Now, this was the case when one of the, I should say, known acquaintance of mine approached me, and both of us were working on something, on some aspect of the research. And one fine day, he called me up and he asked me, how should I approach further with the copyrights? And something happened with one of his research item, and immediately he questioned me, what should I do? The first question I asked him was, did he file for copyright? Now, after a few seconds, he answered to me, no. So I asked him a couple of the questions, and for which he his answer was in negative terms. So this is what I thought, that if such a senior person is unaware of what exactly copyrights are, what are intellectual rights with respect to the research, and how he can benefit using them, was something that really surprised to me. And I thought, okay, let me proceed further and help him out. So this is the motive behind. I said, why only him? There might be others also who are not at all aware of it. So here we go, and I'm proceeding further with the copyrights, intellectual property rights exclusively in the domain of research. Now, why copyrights? That's the first thing. Now, my answers would be in 3 bullet forms, and that also I'm putting them in caps, which means that to announce that this is my work, number one. Number two, nobody except me have the right to proceed further with the example to this one with the help of the copyrights. Now, the second point is that nobody can copy my work without my consent, my permission, and my approval. So how do I get these kind of rights? The next one is different levels to claim my copyrights. How should I go ahead and I know? And what do we understand by intellectual property rights? Definitely, yes. And what is it that is, called as intellectual property? Even that is also an important aspect of our research, and one should be aware of it. Then what should be considered for copyrights? In the sense that, when I'm performing a research, or I'm in the different phases of my research, how should I go ahead and use copyrights for them? So here are just few points that I jotted down, and I thought, okay, let me proceed further and enumerate, and as an progress, I would be taking care in my playlist of this particular topic. You can see more of them coming up in the future. Now, copyrights at each and every level of research, that's number one. Number two, how to claim your copyrights, that's number two. Steps to be adhered for copywriting one's own creativity and steps in the research. How does copyright help me in research? Now, then the next one would be processes, steps, and procedures for the copyrights, and what copyrights are. Are copyrights common to all countries when it comes to research, or there are differences? This is also something that we need to know. And without using the copyrights also, can I proceed further and claim certain things for my own research items? And I will elaborate on this more in the future. Then what are the various licenses and claims for the copyrights and the intellectual property rights? So this is another set of questions that I would like to highlight in my playlist. The next one would be after this. Now, who helps one for copyrights? Now, for example, I'm doing a research. Is there somebody who can help me out? And we will see at various levels of my research, there are various individuals who can help me out. For example, what kind of help can I get from government, from my own institute or college or the university, or it can be a company, organization, bank, anything. How can I go ahead and I take help from them? My own mentors, and who are the primary investigators, main investigators, guides, and how can they help you out in getting the copyrights also? And are there any legal bodies associated with creativity with respect to the research I'm talking about? Then are there any research bodies and firms who can help me more with the copyrights? Consulting companies and firms, you yourself. Now, when I say you yourself, what can I do to get the copyrights for my own research work? So these are certain points that we are going to come up, and I'm going to focus on in my future videos, especially under the title of copyrights, intellectual property rights and research. So I'm going to help you out, and maybe there are some of you who requires that awareness and the a sensitivity towards your own research work, and know how to use these things also, so that you can safely and ethically proceed further with your own research. Till then, thanks a lot for watching this new playlist, and I hope you will join me up for the other videos also. Till then, thanks and take care. Bye.